welcome to Homekeepers. Oh, did you hear some new music on there? Hope you like it. I think it's beautiful. Welcome to Homekeepers. I'm telling you, I'm so glad you're there. Got a great program for you today. And every day, I hope you don't get bored with it, but I like to welcome the new viewers, and you know who you are. And I hope you don't stay new a long time. I hope you become a regular viewer. And then, of course, those wonderful regular viewers. Some of you have been with us since '97. That's when we started this program. And you could never know how much we appreciate and love you. So welcome, everybody. Everybody, we're so glad you're here. And have a program today that I think is one of the most important to so many viewers, because when we're on telethon and we get prayer requests, or when you mail your prayer request to me, there's a very sizable portion of those dealing with children, grandchildren, sometimes husbands, wives, that are just absolutely held by addictions. And it looks so hopeless. But I can tell you for sure that Jesus Christ can free you from addictions. And my guest today has a story, I think, more intense along these lines than any I've ever had before. His name is Tim White, and the book is At the End of the Road. And just such a story from the very beginning. It just led him straight to alcohol and drugs. It had to be a relief for him, but that it gave him a lot of time in prison and all. And today he's a successful businessman, serving the Lord, and a musician. We'll talk about that as well. He has a new CD out. His name is Tim White. So if you have anybody in your family bound by addictions, I urge you to stay tuned and hear his story. Before I join Stephanie, we're going to make a healthy chicken recipe, better than, you know, deep frying them and all that kind of thing. So we're ready for that. But I've offered you this before, the search for the 12 apostles. And maybe you've caught on that I'm trying to educate you, you know, to the scriptures and to the history of Christianity. At home, I'm reading a book right now called Voice of the Martyrs, and it's just got a history of all of those people have died because of the cause of Christ. The 12 disciples certainly did, and I think there's going to be more the way the world is going right now, and that's something for you to think about. I want you to have this book. I want you to read it. And so that's available to you if you'll just write to me. The address is on your screen. And I certainly encourage you very sincerely to send an offering if you can. If you can't, I'll send you the book anyway. But it's really important to know all of these things out of Scripture, and this has got a lot of research that's been added to it to tell you really what happened to the 12 apostles. Some people think to be a disciple of Jesus was such a glamorous thing. Really wasn't, and you need to know that. So that information on your screen, I hope you'll take advantage of it. And I have joined Sister Stephanie here. Mm-hmm. How are you today?
Fabulous, and you?
Just really good. I'm ready for this great time of years. We're heading into the fall. And
I'm ready.
You said you've already got some decorations around your house?
Yes, I'm trying to usher in some cooler weather since it's about 93 degrees out today.
I hope it works.
Me too.
Now this recipe, and we were a little bit concerned that it would be done because these chicken breasts we got are huge, but you can always adjust that. But instead of frying it and putting breadcrumbs on it, what are we going to do with it?
This is another super simple, super delicious. That's my new motto. Super simple, super delicious. So we have,
our goal.
Yes, a cup of just plain Greek yogurt, which is, you know, so much. But you could use this Greek yogurt, you know, instead of ranch dips, instead of using sour cream, you could use this. It's so much more healthy.
And flavor it up.
Yep, and just use
Good idea. I hadn't thought of that.
You can use this for a lot of things. And then a half a cup of Parmesan cheese.
I've often said I could put it on ice cream. I love it so much.
Yes, and then in here I have a teaspoon of garlic powder. I have a teaspoon and a half of seasoning salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper. And that's it.
That's it.
Mix it all up, and then we're just gonna. We sprayed the pan, of course. We have these nice chicken breasts, which, you know, watch for on sale and stock up. I've been getting mine at Sam's Club lately because they have the best price right now.
You know,
Look at that. That's pretty,
isn't
too.
that? Yeah, it's nice and brown. You know, my problem with those big places, and I go to them, Costco and Sam's and all, I'm just one person.
Right, but you know, if you get a big thing of chicken breast and
Oh,
you
you can just
separate
freeze
them
it up.
out, I mean, that's what
Freeze
I
them
do.
up.
Yeah, I just do 3 at a time for my family, and you know, it lasts me for the 2 or 3 weeks.
You know, one time I spoke for this pastor who had 3 sons, and they were like high school, and their necks were this big.
Yeah.
They were all playing football. And we were eating, and I said, "Can I ask you a personal question?" She said, "Yes." "What are your grocery bills like?" And these guys were just shoveling it. And she said, "You don't want to know," but she told me that she would go to Sam's and
Yeah, and so I
load up.
remember when my son was a teenager, it was a treat feeding him.
This is really good looking.
Isn't that pretty? Mm-hmm. And it smells so, so good.
I'm going to use
And
this.
that's all you do to this. You just put it on top of there, and then you bake it 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what you have.
Yeah, I always way overcook chicken because I like it. There, I cut you off a little piece
Oh, well,
if you
thank
want
you.
it. Because it's really, really hot. But I want to taste that flavoring.
That's good.
Talk to them, this is hot.
You really taste the cheese
Wouldn't that be good in a baked potato?
very much.
Just those 3 items. We're still chewing. Excuse us. And that was Parmesan cheese, yogurt, garlic powder, seasoning salt,
And pepper.
pepper. That is a great combination for a number of things I can think of.
If you bake some potatoes and then just slice them open, put this on top, and put it in the oven towards the end of this, there's your meal.
Winner. All right.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
If you didn't get that, the information for the recipe's coming up on your screen, and we'll be glad to get it out to you. But now I want you to hear a dynamic testimony of God's amazing grace. Stay with us.
If you would like a copy of today's recipe, please send your request along with a gift of $5 or more to Homekeepers, P.O. Box 6922, Clearwater, Florida 33758.
The author of this book is with me. It's titled At the End of the Road. And it was a long, bumpy road with a lot of wrecks along the way.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome. Glad to have you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Homekeepers. And what an encouragement you're going to be to people today.
I hope so.
The book says that you found yourself homeless, hopeless, and powerless over drug and alcohol. You spent a lot of time in prison, and you needed a miracle.
Yes, I did. You know, that's difficult to have to hear that again. In February of 1993, I was in the Duval County Jail in Jacksonville, Florida. For how many times I had been there, I don't even know. Got court ordered back into treatment for the 3rd time, inpatient treatment. I'm 31 years old. I'm literally at the end of the line. I have nowhere else to turn. And one thing I knew about going into treatment after being in there 3 times, that they weren't going to be able to cure me. I felt I was going to go there, do the time that the judges ordered me to stay, and I would go back and be who I had been. And it was a terrible place to find yourself. And I know there's a lot of people in that circumstance today, and that's why we have done this, to let them know that there is a way out.
One judge kind of knew you, didn't he?
Yes, she did. She was a wonderful lady. And
But didn't you finally wear her patience out a little bit?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I'd been through her, they called her walking walker because she was the kindest judge. And whenever you got her, when you were in jail, you always felt you were going to get off pretty lightly. And that day, I know now this was all God working. That day she was mad at me. She was tired of seeing me, and she wasn't going to put up with it anymore. And I cried out to her and said, "Judge Walker, please, I'm sick. I'm sick, please help me." And the way things worked out, and there's a story behind that that's in the book, but she ended up court ordering me back into treatment. And you know, there's a story that a man came in there that shared with us his recovery, and he handed out a 3rd step prayer card as a prayer card. And I went back to my room, and I had done a lot of wrong in my life at this point, a tremendous amount to where I could not forgive myself. But through pure desperation, I got on my knees and I prayed off that card and I cried out to God.
Yeah, I want to go back a little bit because at the age of 6, you wrote, even when things seemed calm, the madness was always there because your daddy could turn on a dime. You lived with a lot of violence and chaos. And I once asked Bill Murray this question, who's the son of Madeline Murray O'Hare, who got prayer taken out of the schools. She was an evil.
No, I remember her.
And I asked him, I said, did you think everybody lived like that? Because she's crazy. She's always throwing things and breaking things. And I got the same question for you. Did you think that was normal, that every father acted like that?
That is a wonderful question, because I believe a lot of people that are in circumstances like this do not realize that people live differently than that, and I didn't.
Really?
I didn't. To me, when you're born in a situation, and that's the only experience that you have, you don't know other people live differently. I mean, I remember seeing how, the outside people when I'd be taking places, how they lived, and I knew it was different than mine, but I didn't know what the difference was.
Now, you lived with your mom part of the time and your dad part of the time?
My grandmother more or less raised me. What had happened, and I want to tell you real quick, when we started to write the book, I wanted to be 100% honest about everything, and Kimberly Smith co-wrote the book. If you read the book, you'll find out I have an 8th grade education. I went on my own when I was 15, so I don't have the ability really to write the book. So we sat down for 6 months, and we started at the beginning, and it made me sick. It made me sick emotionally, mentally, in all areas of my life, and I didn't realize I was going to do that, but I walked through that again as a small child, walking through the whole process to where it literally got me physically ill.
I've heard that really happens when people sit down to write a book and they've got to recall all of that sometimes it's a cleansing process and sometimes it's just that stark reality of how bad it was.
Right, and I didn't realize it. I guess when you live in a situation, your brain isn't capable to going back and reliving all of it at one time. But when you sit down like we did and go over the whole process, it was hard for me to stomach.
Your mom was married 5 times, right?
Yes.
Always smoking, drinking, and you cut school. That was a way of life. You played hooky all the time, I guess. Your father was a Klan member for a period of time, and he would shoot a gun in the house.
Yeah, all this, and it is. I hear it now. I know. Even when I hear it myself. When I hear it myself, now I have 3 children, and I want to say something too. Now I've been clean and sober for 20 years. This past February, thank God for it. Yes, thank God for it. And it was a process, but I live a life today that I never dreamed people lived the way that I do today. I have 3 children. I have a 20-year-old stepdaughter. I have a 12-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. And the life that we live today is a stable, Christian, loving home. Sane home, and I'm so grateful for that. But when I look at the difference between the life and I'm not resentful and I'm not mad about it. God had a reason. I'm here. There's a reason, and I've come to terms with this, that I lived through everything that I did to serve a purpose for God.
You look pretty good too.
I don't, thank you, I don't judge it. There was a time there was many years that I was resentful, I was angry about it, but today I don't. But I look at the difference in the way our family interacts with one another, the life that we live today and the life that I had to live, and it burdens my heart to know that there's tens of thousands of people out there not only living circumstances similar to mine, but even a lot worse.
But for God, see, if you hadn't had an encounter with God and walked with Him, you'd be dead.
There's no doubt about it.
You wouldn't be here.
Or I'd be that, or I'd be doing life in prison, one or the other.
You tried to rob a restaurant. You were a junior criminal, and your father
I like that, a junior criminal.
Your father held a fork to your throat. I bring all these things up because they're in the book, and the name of the book is At the End of the Road. Let's put up Tim's website, and we'll leave it up there. You can get the book through that, and also let me mention again that he's a musician. Was that a surprise to you that you ended up in music? It didn't sound to me like there was much music in your growing up years.
And that's something that's a good question too, because I have a couple of brothers I have half brothers. I'm my father's only son. Okay, so I have 5 half brothers and a half sister. But a couple of my brothers were always musically talented. But, you know, I think my self-worth was so low that I never thought that I could do anything like that. You know, I can't, even though I'd always liked singing, I never felt that anyone would want to hear that. And as I got older and I started singing more, and when I got clean, the confidence grew in that. And this is actually how the book came around, was through the CD.
I'm just trying to, these are not highlights in your life, these are facts and nothing too. You went to prison for a more lengthy sentence. At one point, you took that step into cocaine. I think in this day and age, anybody that goes, whether it's from marijuana to cocaine or whatever, I don't know, I think in this society they know that it could be really serious, really, really very, very bad. But I guess you're so conditioned that you think you're bigger than that? Is that what goes on in your mind when you try that cocaine for the first time? You
know, I think with my personal, I can only talk from my personal walk with this. I started getting high with my dad when I was 14.
You with him?
Yes, and it's in the book. My dad and I started smoking marijuana together when I was 14. And the neighborhood that I was raised in is this neighborhood called Sin City in Jacksonville, to where most of the people in that neighborhood come from like-type families, dysfunctional, broken homes, and most everyone in there, we all did the same thing. So we started getting high on the drugs and the alcohol as a teenager, and then when cocaine, this is in the early 80s, when cocaine, first time I ever did cocaine was the day I was released from doing a 90-day stint in jail. A girlfriend I had, a girlfriend I had at the time had gotten introduced to it, because we had never even heard of it hardly at this time.
So you didn't know for sure what it was?
I didn't know what it was, but I'll tell you what happened when that night, when she introduced me to that, it took me to a place I had never been. It made me feel invincible, all the things you hear people say about the drug, and that's the power of it. It does take you to a place that you're not really supposed to go in your mind, and that's the mistake a lot of people make. They think, I think a lot of people have, it can't happen to me. It won't happen to me. I'm not going to, you know, because no one ends up, you know.
They don't plan that.
Well, they don't plan up at a point in their life down the road that they're going to be on the streets and be homeless and lose everything they've ever loved, and lose the ability to stop. And that's where the real addiction comes in, because you no longer have freedom of choice. And a lot of people, and that's one of the things about the book that I've tried to spell out in the book, and when I have an opportunity to speak about it, because a lot of the loved ones, be it the mother, the father, the husband, the wife, or whoever, they don't realize, they think it's just a matter of them wanting to. You know, if they just will themselves, it'll go away, or if they just love them enough, it'll go away, and that's not the reality.
It's got far more power than really can be explained. Did you have a praying grandmother?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I got a lot of praying grandmothers out there watching right now.
You know, my poor grandmother, who I love so much, you know, I lost her after I had been clean for 3 years. So she did get to see me right towards the end of her life to get clean, but she was always there for me. And I want to say something about my mother real quick, that my mother had a lot of personal issues. When I was coming up, I had to be bounced around to some foster homes, and my grandmother, and I stayed with my mother some, and I didn't understand at the time, and I become real resentful early on. But once I got clean, once I did get clean, I had been angry at my mother my whole life. But during
not your dad?
Both of them. Really angry at him, but hers was different.
I think we understand.
I think my father, I didn't feel hurt, really. I mean, I just didn't like him. You know, I never liked him. But my mother, I think the mother-son thing, my heart hurt, because I wanted to have a mother that I could love.
You wanted to nurture, somebody to nurture.
And I never had that.
Yeah.
And so I was really, really resentful for her all my life. But during my worst times, I mean, towards the end there, the worst times, my mother reached out to me, and after everyone had turned their back on me, well, not turned their back, but had given up on me, I used to call my mother, and I remember, and I like to share this, one time I was in a jail in Daytona Beach, Florida, actually, and this is some of the worst times of my life, and I called her. My mother was excited on the phone. She says, Timothy, she says, God gave me a vision. She said, I saw you, you're standing at a podium. She said, you've got a suit on. There's a crowd of people out there to them, and you've got your hands up and you're talking to them. And I said, and you got to realize I'm in a jail, and I've been on the streets for 15 years, in and out of jails and prisons. And I'm like, Mom, please, for yourself.
Has she ever said anything like that before?
No. She'd always prayed for me, no. But she said, I said, Mom, for yourself, please don't. And do you know what? It wasn't that day. It was maybe 2 years after that, I don't know exactly when, that I went into that treatment center for the last time. And do you know, today, I have had the opportunity to stand at a podium. I had my hands up, and it is an amazing thing. You know, I come to realize and I come to believe that God, my mother cried out to me so hard to God for me on her knees that God showed her that to let her know it's okay.
The name of the book, At the End of the Road, you can get it through the website and also the CD. Now, I know your grandmother prayed for you a lot.
Yes.
Your mother did also?
My mother, that's one of the things that I want to have understood, and it goes to it in the book, but my mother loved the Lord. My mother loved the Lord with all her heart. You couldn't talk to my mother for 2 or 3 minutes without talking about the Lord. My mother had extreme living problems, you know, and she also had some emotional problems, but her problem wasn't with her love for the Lord. You know, you often see people like this, but she struggled with life. It was like she never fit, is one way I've come to terms with it. You know, but I got to spend 15 years with my mother as a clean, sober man, and her and I became extremely close. I got to be with her the day she left this life. I can always say it. I got to hold her hand. I prayed to her. I sang Amazing Grace to her. I said, Mom, I said, you're going to be an angel in heaven.
Praise
I said,
God.
you lived your whole life to want to be with the Lord. And I said, you're going. And she looked at me just like you were looking at me now. She goes, I know, honey. I know. And she left this world. And so through all the anger and resentment I might have felt with her, them years that we had,
melts away.
Washed it all away. For anything I forgave her for anything that ever happened in our life, and realized that she did the best she could in the circumstances that she was in.
But the Bible says He will restore the
Yes.
years that the cankerworm and the locust has taken.
Yes.
And it's just as true as the sun coming up in Florida. You wrote, my addiction had limited my spiritual understanding. I had much to learn. Through prayer, meditation, and service, His presence became a real thing in my life. Service to others became instrumental. Hello, get that? In building my faith and relationship with God. You went through a 12-step program, and some people will have the instant miraculous way of deliverance. And I believe basically you did, but you stayed with a group to help them, and I look at it kind of as an accountability group. Are you still involved in that? Or?
Yes, I am. And I'll tell you, one of the things that happened in treatment, when I was 31 years old, I didn't know how to live. Even if you removed the drugs and the alcohol, I had lived a lifestyle that I had no clue on how to live. And
that's really interesting.
You know, the recovery process was like this for me. Once I went into treatment, treatment isn't what people think it may be. Like you go there and they heal you. That's not it. Treatment prepares you for recovery. This is from addiction, alcoholism. It prepares you for that. Now, there is programs out there available, which is normally the therapeutic value of one addict or alcoholic helping another is how this works. And there was people that came there that reached out to me and said, Tim, I've been where you've been, and I know the way out. And if you will take some suggestions, it could work for you. And you know what? The simple thing I did, now don't get me wrong, I continued crying out to God every day, but the simple thing is I took the suggestions. I got involved with some people that were in recovery already. They said, you need to do this, 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 and I did them. And I started staying around them, and one day at a time. Now, this was a long process. I slowly learned how to live. I remember being in my first apartment. I'm 31 years old, okay? I finally, after 6 months in treatment, I get a little apartment. I'm scared to death that I'm going to go back. I'm calling what's called my sponsor, a guy who's helping me every day, asking him, Jimmy, please tell me I'm going to make it. Please tell me I'm going to make it. And I remember getting an electric bill.
That's just what I was thinking of. You probably didn't know what a water bill was.
You know, and I know this is hard for some people to understand this. Now, a lot of people understand it well. But at 31, when I got that electric bill, and I'm sitting in this little apartment, and I was overwhelmed with joy because I had my name. I saw my name on an electric bill.
Wow.
And I was overwhelmed.
Oh, that
And I realized at that time that I was going forward and not backwards. You know, to me, that was a really big step. You know, I know that's hard for some people to grasp, but to me, at the time, it was a very big step.
I haven't been there, but I get it, because in many ways, when you were younger, you were raised like an animal almost.
Yeah. That's what I meant about not having, and there's a lot of people in this circumstance, even if you were to remove the substance abuse they might be suffering from, they have a living problem. They don't know how to live.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
And to get thrilled to see your name on an electric bill, the rest of us hate to see the bill coming. But we've only got about 3 minutes left, and I want to talk about where you are today. You're a successful businessman.
Yeah.
You're a husband. You're a father. Do you ever just sit back and think, I'm living in a dream world?
I am living a dream. There was a man in the treatment when I was in there that says, don't leave before the miracle happens. And they used to say, write down on a piece of paper what you'd like your life to be like. And I promise you, I could not have wrote it out, what my life is like today. I couldn't have dreamed that people even live this as possible. And I want people to know that it's available to them, that what they have to do is get over the guilt, the shame, and remorse, accept responsibility for where they're at in their life, go to people that they're involved with. There's help out there, but they have to be willing to reach out and get it.
Because Jesus covers that all with his blood. I mean, you don't have to live in the past at all. And also, I want to touch just a little bit on the total forgiveness of your parents and how freeing that was. And I just wonder how many people like yourself, they're out of the addiction, but they still hold some real hardness in their heart against these other people.
You know, and that's sad. That's sad because if you want to be free, you have to let that go. And you know, that's a process. It took me a while. It was a process, but you have to allow the process to continue to go. And forgiveness is a magical tool that God allows us to have that gives us a freedom because we were forgiven. We have to realize, when I look at myself and realize what I've been forgiven for, how could I not forgive someone else?
And forgiveness, I believe, is a process. And it begins with a willingness. Say, God, I will let this go. And then you start to walk it out. It's not usually some kind of a gully wash of glory that comes down.
It's a process.
Yeah. Because God's in the process every bit as much as he's in the end product. I just was so thrilled to be able to bring Tim to you today because I know that a lot of you have loved ones like this, and maybe you're a mom, maybe you're a dad, maybe you're suffering yourself from some addiction, but there's absolute hope. And not only to get rid of it, but to have a brand new life like Tim does. I truly believe him. I believe that when he wakes up in the morning, he just really can't believe this is it. But that's the grace of God. That's the abundance of God. That's the generosity of God. That is the love of God. And it's available to you. We're out of time. Join me next time, remembering there's no higher calling than that of a homekeeper. God bless you.
If you would like a video copy of today's Homekeepers program for just $19.95, call 1-800-229-0059 for credit card orders, or send a gift of at least $19.95 to Homekeepers, P.O. Box 6922, Clearwater, Florida 33758. Be sure to note the program number which appears on your screen.